EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Undercrunch. Switch.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You can't block me.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's coming. We got double up.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Set, ready? 30 base. 58, come on. Big stop. General West. Let's go. Tight dog. Kill. Check 52.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Hey, check 24.
Locke's going to sneak it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
50, play. You better bring it. Kill.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Block now on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go, 70, Indy. You're not ready. You're not ready. Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Lock. Dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw is Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Murray going to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Keyshawn Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on second and 14. Lock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's coming, double up. Check.
A toss play to Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready? 18, Gator. 44. Wild Bill. Ready?
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. That's out to Chubb, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go. 60 or. Here I come. Watch out. Look, squeeze. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Rolling to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out in the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you want...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Murray again. Open man, Butler complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Here's Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Murray on the sneak, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact, the turnover ensues. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Check three. Say.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 44's Mike. Check. Hey, lock it. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's get it.
Block will try again on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the
and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 21-10 game. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run it again with Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Murray now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once that we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Block again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Murray, he's going to wind up in air that, and this is caught. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Lock. And that is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now Lock. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go, D. 44, Mike.
On 1st down, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check. I got you, punk. 44's the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Lock. Dancing to it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Drew Lock with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Murray now to throw. That's complete to Butler. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back to throw it. Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tighten up. Hard. Ready?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.